All right, today we are here with Natalie Bernstein. We're kicking off a brand new series called Then and Now. Natalie has been a student with SoundLife for 8 years. She started before the company even started with me in 2013. We started SoundLife in 2014, and she is very much a part of what inspired us to put this entire operation together, and has been through so many different parts of our program and has grown so much. We thought she would be a perfect person to start this series out. So Natalie, would you please introduce yourself and talk a little bit about how you got into music?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Natalie. I am 15 years old. I've been doing Sound Life since I was 7 years old, so I've been doing it for more than half my life. I started when I was, 7 years old at Marlborough Summer School doing lessons with Chris, and then had a great time. I was doing some One Direction, the usual 7-year-old stuff. So I continued from there, taking lessons with Chris, and then got my whole family involved. My brother and my sister were all doing lessons. And I remember during our lessons, I would be singing along with the One Direction. And so Chris one time was like, "Hey, do you want to maybe try singing with the guitar?" And so I then did singing and guitar as a little, combination. And since then, I've done a lot more. I've worked with my siblings, done duets, I've been in a band, and now I am doing more solo work and incorporating songwriting, which is sort of the new exciting thing that I'm up to right now.
Yes, so you have done every different type of performance. And obviously we're a performance-oriented program. So talk about what it was like when you were 7, 8 years old and you had your very first performance.
Oh my God. Okay. I was so nervous. These things I've definitely grown a lot more used to them, and so I've actually gotten to the point where I'm able to enjoy these performances. But I remember in the beginning, this was like the first performance experience I've ever had, and so I was super nervous going into it. And as I've done many performances now, as many as SoundLife has done as a company, and so honestly, this has allowed me to get start enjoying my performances. And now I do theater, I do sound performances. I've grown to the point where I'm able to enjoy the performances. I enjoy having the audience. There's just so much fun to have with it. And so I do thank Sound Life for that, for letting me, have fun on the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the goal. And so from that first performance up until most recently, you participated in our live video recording where you're performing your own original music live on stage. What does that trajectory look like from the very beginning and to now? What have you learned about performing and what has made it more fun?
Um, Honestly, just knowing and Chris still has to remind me of this today, but knowing that these performances, they're live, they don't have to be perfect. You're not trying to aim for perfect, you're just showing your body of work. Art is just, with my songwriting, I'm just capturing these moments and putting them in a fun way and packaging them. So I enjoy showing these moments to other people. And so it's not supposed to be perfect. And I think letting go of the need for these performances to be perfect is a huge thing that's helped me. So I'm like, don't need to be perfect. I'm just showing this work that I'm super proud of. And yeah, it helped me a lot because in the beginning there was definitely this I need to be perfect. I need to show these songs exactly how I want them to be. And now it's just have a good time, let the audience enjoy it and let yourself enjoy it, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And now one thing is your work ethic is exceptional. How much of that work ethic has helped you get to a place where you can have fun, like you're saying? How much of it is experience versus knowing how to prepare for you so that you can have fun?
Um, working at it is a huge thing. I mean, I've gotten, well, now I'm not the point where I'm practice for 10 minutes every day, do this. And when you're younger, I needed to have that. I need to have my father, my nanny telling me, practice right now so that you can get used to it, because, you sort of need that extra motivation, since you're why am I practicing? And I think as I've grown older, I've been able to attach more meaning. I've been able to do this. At this point, I'm back there doing guitar. I do it in the guest room, and I'm back there for hours every day. I just got on summer vacation, and it's what I've been doing the entire day. And so I'm a huge part of it is just like getting to a place where I enjoy the work. So it's not that I need to have such an amazing work ethic. It's more that I like want to be putting my time into this. And so
I'm so glad you said that, because when
yeah.
we're learning anything, whether we're singing or playing an instrument, there's like this hump we have to get over. Where in the beginning there are fun aspects to it, but overall it's work, because you haven't gotten to that point in your technical ability to be free with it. And
No, I mean, I
so
would have to like go the lessons. We'd have like this book that I had to go through, and I had to, know all the notes on the strings, and I had to memorize all the chords, and there's a lot of that work. But now it's second nature to me, and so it's a huge help.
now from my point of view as your teacher, I would say that hump that you've now gotten over came fairly recently. When would you say you started to feel that music was something you just did for fun and wasn't so much of something that was a responsibility you had?
So there's always been fun, like we said, there's always been fun aspects to it, but I've been super super motivated since mainly honestly over 2021. Like I think that's since I would say November of 2020, but really since January, I've been working hours and hours every week. And it's like what I most look forward to now when I'm able to sit down and I go there honestly probably every night at this point, and during the afternoons when I'm able to put aside some time from my work, and I and it's often a little frustrating because I'll be there for hours and I won't get a good song. And it's like, oh my God, I want it so bad. But when I finally get a good song, maybe once a week, once every other week, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. It's like the best moment. And so I do have to go back there for many hours, not having anything good coming out of it. But then I'll go there one day and I'll get an amazing song. Like, oh my God, those hours of like just being here fiddling around with things, that was so worth it.
And over the years, you embraced different things that were uncomfortable for you, obviously at my request, but you put yourself in a situation to play music with individuals you'd never met, to
Yeah.
play music on stage with teachers and with other kids your age and different ages, to play different styles of music. There were lots of things that were uncharted water for you, unexperienced things. How much of that helped you kind of find your own place?
Yeah, so I definitely think like in the beginning when I first started doing it, I think I started doing it as a duet with my sister. I used her sort of as a clutch, just I want to have someone else on stage because I didn't feel confident in myself doing it up there. But you know, when you start performing with people who are years older than you, and I was performing with high schoolers, and I was in elementary school, or it, that's a little different. That's super nerve wracking. Going to every rehearsal, I'd always be like, "Oh my God, they're so old." Like I'm super intimidated. I want to be like them, but look at me, I'm just way too young. Yeah, it was definitely very nerve wracking having to do that. So it definitely got me out of my comfort zone. But no, it definitely helped me just be comfortable with also trying new music. In the band that I ended up being in, called Pepper and Salt, it everyone has had sort of different interests in the music they wanted to be performing, and so I had to step out of my comfort zone in that. And I was doing like No Doubt's the name of the song, and I'm typically all pop. Like I would do One Direction and Taylor Swift, and so when I was doing these songs, I was like, this is new for me, and this is a different type of song that I have to appreciate for all of its different aspects.
That's fantastic, and incredible insight. And so now, through all of that, you've gotten to a place where you've discovered that you're a writer,
Yes.
and your guitar is the accompaniment for your songs, and it's kind of the vehicle to help you bring these songs, these stories to life. I I know you've had one very big influence in Taylor Swift, but
Yes.
what kind of helped turn that on and unlock those gates?
Um, Honestly, like just over being fit. There are many, like there's so many things. I couldn't, but some general things. Just I've over the past year, over ninth grade especially, I've gotten more in tune with like my emotional state. And that sounds very deep and like hippie, I know. But I've been getting really into, I do theater and I've been getting really into that. I am studying biology, which I know sounds weird, but like it helps me like I've gotten this huge interest in like my body and like all the different my nerves and like my feelings, and so it sounds very hippie. I know it sounds like all yoga teacher and everything, but um, just having this connection, and then I have all these feelings, and it's like, what do I do with them? Like, great, I feel these things. What do I do? And so having a way to channel them out there, to put them out there, get them into this body of work, and be able to evoke those same feelings in other people's, those same feelings of of happiness, like of all the all this like excitement. I can share them with other people through this like bridge of a song, if that makes sense. Two
Yeah.
people, song bridges it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now over the years, when you first started, you were very, very young. You're 7, 8 years old. And then as we started to grow as a company, you started to meet more players that were older than you.
Yes.
How much of an influence were they on you trying to improve? How did they inspire you?
No, they like completely inspired me. Yeah, I mean, just being able to see where I could go with this, that it wasn't just like I'm at my best spot right now. There's I know all the strings, I know all the notes, like I'm done. But like adding, especially the whole performance aspect, because I'd always see them at these SoundLife shows, and I'd be like, what the heck? Like, this is insane. This is crazy. And I was like, one day, like when I can work to be that, like I can work to do that. And so just knowing, and they always look so comfortable on stage. I don't know if they were like faking that, but they always looked like they were like having a good time, and they were, they just had all this
I
power.
think
And I was
that's
like,
the circle, though. It's the amount of experience, right? And now you're in
exactly.
a place where you're the mentor. Now you are at a place where you get to give
Crazy.
that back. And so, I love the whole idea is this circle that we start out and we have mentors. We gain lots of experience. We try lots of different things. We see what sticks, what fits, what's inspiring us. We find our place in music. We develop the craft, and then we get to give it back. And so now that's part of this series of Then and Now. If you were looking back, what would you tell a student who's 7 or 8 years old, just starting our program or a program like ours? It doesn't have to be our program, to help them stay focused and get over that hump so that they can get to a place where they enjoy music?
Oh my God, that's difficult. There's so much, like there's just so much that's gone into it, and I think just trusting. I know it's like a cliche, but like trusting the process, that like it's going to have its ups and downs. You're gonna like some concerts I just really did not want to go. I was like, I'm not, I don't want to go to this, like it's super scary. I don't want to, I was not in a place where I wanted to do it. And just on also having someone to push you through those moments, whether that's your instructor, whether that's a parent or a sibling, having someone who's like, just do it, just go to the concert and give it your best, because some of the best experiences can come from that. And so I think you just really need to push yourself through those kinds of things. And then also, like, Chris, I used to be super scared to share stuff with you. Like, so I just building a comfortable relationship with your instructor is super huge. Just like being able to put things out there and being like, hey, I like created this, and I know like I'm super scared to show it to you, but I'm just gonna show it to you anyway, because Chris has always been receptive of everything I've done. Like, just being able to have that courage to share it, and even if it like doesn't go anywhere, often sometimes it goes really far. And so I would just trust the process and be brave to open up new vulnerable sides of yourself.
I think that's incredible advice. So now you are writing music like crazy. And from my perspective, having, seen you just starting to play, starting to sing, and then trying let's say, a band, or just singing, or just playing guitar, different roles in the band, and finding things that didn't necessarily feel like they were a fit for you? Do you find that those experiences were worthwhile just so you knew what was and wasn't really for you?
Yeah, completely. I mean, right now I love the solo kind of work I'm doing right now, but beforehand I needed, like, I was like, I can't perform on stage by myself. Like, I'm way too scared to do that.
That's
And
a
so
good point.
I probably wouldn't have gone on, like, I probably wouldn't have been able to go on stage, but having, you know, my sister to do it with me, having, you know, the band, then, like, I needed to have, I felt like I needed this ensemble, this community to do it, and now I have the courage to go.
Well, and one of the things is that I'm very impressed with now is you are fully expressive. And over the years, having watched, gosh, 8 or 10 showcases, many performances, there was always, something between you and you being fully you. And there was like there was kind of a layer there that we needed to peel back. And now that is gone, and it is very, from as a teacher, it's what you aim for. It's the goal. So I am very proud of you that you've continued to push to get to that place, to enjoy this and to have fun doing it, and then to be able to do it with your own music, which takes an even higher level of courage. So now let's jump to this moment and talk about not just what you've been doing, but what you would like to do with all of the songs that you've created.
Oh my god, I don't like. It's endless, isn't it? Um, right now, I've honestly, just over the past couple of weeks, I've started showing these to my friends, which is a huge step, just because they feel so, like, they're such vulnerable songs. They feel, you know, like they're my moments, and then I'll have a friend be like, "Oh my god, Natalie, I love that the new song." They'll say the title of the song, it's like you know something that's in my brain. It's just supposed to be my brain. So just, I think sharing it with more people is something that I'm working towards right now, and performing would be amazing. I have my first ever, you know, live gig coming up soon, which is super exciting. Um, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, once again, like, trusting the process, definitely, but also stepping outside of my comfort zone, and, you know, taking leaps, and yeah, just see. I don't know. It's difficult because I would love to share this with more people. Like, that's my goal. Like, just in general,
Share
to
the music with
have
more
this out
people.
there. Yeah, I'd love to have it. I love, like a huge goal would be if I could, like, play for a gig and have them, like, know my lyrics. That would be insane. Like, they know my moment, and they've been able to, like, I was successfully able to evoke the same emotions, the same thoughts in them. Like, that would be crazy. That would be amazing.
That will happen. I feel very confident
Thank you.
that that will happen. Now, how many songs have you counted? Have you written in the last year?
Oh God, that's, oh my God. So I've had them all in my notes document, called, it's a folder called music stuff, and I have 164 documents in there, and most of them are from since, like, January. Um, but, and yeah, some of them are full songs, some of them are just verse one through chorus one. But at this point, I would say I make a solid, like, 15-20 a week. I don't know, maybe more than that. I'm definitely kicking up the pace. It's not slowing down anytime soon. So yeah, and I'm also trying to try new. I'm trying to try different types of songs. So I'm creating a mad song right now, which is, like, the first time I've ever done that. So I want to, you know, branch out and
You mean an
make
angry
different
song?
songs. What?
You mean like a mad as an angry song?
Like a little angsty almost. Like, yeah, it's called Paint You Dead. It's like super, like, yeah. So I'm trying to, you know, develop different parts of myself.
I love that. I can't wait to hear that song.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, Natalie, so much for sharing your experiences.
Yeah.
The idea is that this inspires younger students to just know what is possible, where they can go, and where music can take them. And I think you're a wonderful example of that.
Thank
And I'm so
you.
proud of how far you've come. So thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.